Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Mike. The scout is still outside, but it's not going to be outside for long because today we're going to be working on the Kubota swap. So I have a large list of things that I need to get done. This is let's see. This is like 25 pages. Let me just kind of flip through it. So everything from, I got the flywheel on there, dipstick. I got to do all of this. This is the fuel tank. But I got to do all of that stuff. So I think we're just going to tackle one thing at a time right now. So it's not too overwhelming. So let me just show you what I've done so far. So I got the valve cover's not bolted on, but I got a different valve cover. This engine's out of a reefer. So I got a different valve cover that has a fuel or an oil fill spot on it. The reefer one doesn't. I took the fuel shutoff solenoid off and blocked it off. I just made like a quick little plate. It's got an O-ring underneath there. This is the fuel shutoff. So I'm going to make, eventually I'll make a bracket with a cable that goes here so I can shut the fuel off. This is the throttle. We'll have to do something with that later. I could probably take this off and block this off. I got to take this off and get a V-belt so that my alternator will bolt up here or something. But today, let's tackle this. So what I need to do is I need to cut this off. Well, let's go through the packet first and make sure we're doing the right thing. All right, so I just flipped through the packet and the oil filter that is in here, you can see, is not the same one that's on here. So Greg from Overland Diesel, who is a great guy, super knowledgeable about the Kubota swaps, and has been super helpful. But he did send me an email with some pictures of things I need to do. So what I basically need to do is cut this off. I can just cut this off and then cut this flat. And there's two ports in here, I think. And we'll drill and tap them for 1/4 inch MPT plugs is what the picture shows. But I'm going to run a remote oil filter because I just don't want to take up this kind of space on the engine where the engine mounts and stuff are going to go. So I'm going to drill and tap those for some 1/4 inch NPT by, I don't know, maybe 3/8 elbows, and then we'll run a remote oil filter setup up on the fender somewhere. So that's what we're going to tackle today. So let's get to this. Getting our gloves on. Again, do you guys have any preferred gloves that you guys like? I like these. These are actually a Harbor Freight 7mm textured ones, but if you guys have some that you like, let me know. But we're going to grab an oil pan because I don't know if there's oil in this area, and then we'll take these couple of bolts off. Okay, no oil at all. Whoa, lied. Oil in the oil filter, actually. All right, we're going to cut this off. And we're basically going to go from about right here to right here. We're just going to try and go in a straight line. All right, so we got that cut. This is where we're at. So I kind of just cleaned up the rough edges a little bit, but this is basically how it went. Looked like that. We cut that out, pulled this off. That piece went like that, and then we cut that piece off. So we're going to throw these ones away. And then this piece should, now let's get you, there we go. This piece will bolt up just like that. And then we're going to tap these two holes for a quarter inch pipe thread. And then we're going to put some 90s off of these. So you can see, like, there's no way the oil comes out here. It just comes straight out here. And then there's a couple O-rings that go on the back. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so for a quarter inch pipe thread tap, this tap, that is perfect. So it requires a 7/16 drill bit, which actually I didn't even need to drill these out. These are both 7/16 already. So we're going to proceed with tapping it. Now we got our piece all cleaned up, all the metal shavings and stuff out of it. We got our O-rings that are good, our bolts. I don't have any quarter inch elbows, so, or 90s, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to put these in as placeholders into this so that I don't forget. And I will get some coming in the mail, or I'll probably just go down to the parts store and get some. So I'm going to get those, and then let's throw this back together. And then this oil filter adapter piece will be done. Then we can move on to the next thing. Apparently, I also need a smaller bolt. You can kind of see that one is about an inch too long. I wonder if I have one. Let's look. All right, I don't have one. That's too long. So, since I need to get a new bolt anyways, I'm just going to hold on to all three of these things. We'll go get a new one. All right, well that does it. We got the new oil filter adapter on. We got the old piece cut off that had the oil filter over here. Got the new one shaved up, and we'll paint it once we get the brass fittings, the elbows, the 90s in. We have to adjust, I'm not quite sure what this is, the fuel. We need to adjust the fuel. We got to adjust the governor. We need to drill a hole right here for a turbo. We need to get our turbo exhaust, and then we need to buy or make a bracket for our alternator, and then get a new oil pan. Those are all coming up. Those are each, 15, 20 minutes, an hour job. This oil filter thing took about an hour. So each one of these jobs is probably a little bit of like an hour. So I'll probably just keep plugging away at this. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.